fiscal year inflation rate at 20.2%, the budget 28.7 trillion, and a large chunk of it earmarked for debt servicing. Worsening insecurity, Anyuku blames killings on non-prosecution of perpetrators. Supreme Court affirms states have no regulatory powers on inland waterways. PDP accuses Kwara senators, reps of diverting federal government rice. That's also coming from The Guardian this morning.
All right, we'll take a look at some stories out of the Daily Post newspaper. PDP G5 governors will support Tinubu in 2027, according to Autumn. Drop your guns, negotiate with Nigerian government, Deputy Speaker tells unknown gunmen in Southeast. Anambra boat mishap, Niwa confirms 8 dead, rescues 38 passengers. Lagos government vows crackdown on all illegal buildings. And we take a look at this one, 585 million naira scandal, monitor poverty elevation funds, APC chieftain to Tinubu. And this one says, Lagos government demolishing Igbo properties while headers subduing Amotekun. Nnamdi Kanu lawyer, Ejimako. 585 million naira scandal, Serap threatens legal action if Tinubu fails to probe Betaidu. And finally, FCT tension among residents as kidnappers besiege Buhari, Ushafa, other communities. We go on our first commercial break of the morning. When we return, it's time to get into the stories. Stay with us.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
Tí o bá wà lórí nẹ́tíwọ́ọ̀kì àrídájú, ìyẹn Naija Confirm wo ẹ̀bùn 1,000 naira ń dúró dè ọ́. O tún ní àǹfààní láti gba èlé ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀rún lórí èyíkéyìí rìsáàjì tí o bá ṣe. Àníkún dátà lọ́nà 100 fún oṣù 6 àti ìlọ́po méjì dátà lórí rìsáàjì àkọ́kọ́ rẹ ní oṣù òpó. Ìyẹn gangan ni Nine Confirm látọ̀dọ̀ Nine Mobile tí ó yọrantí. Ra síìmù tuntun lónìí tàbí kí o tẹ *1400# lórí ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká rẹ. Nine Mobile wà níbí fún ọ, wà níbí fún Naija.
Babes, I will be taking you to my village to introduce you to my parents. Mr. Man, you have jammed my Jeep.
Abi, you did not see me trafficate me.
Just fix it, period, or call your insurance company.
Bese, insurance again. Bros, I don't get you.
What? You don't have Cornerstone third-party insurance policy that cover up to 3 million naira when you hit a car or damage your property?
Shield your vehicle today with a Cornerstone third-party insurance that covers up to 3 million naira for third-party vehicle or property damages. You can also get Cornerstone comprehensive insurance that covers both accidental damage, loss, or damage resulting from fire or theft, and lots more. Call 012-806-500 or visit cornerstone.com.ng now. Cornerstone, the future assured.
It's due you December. That means making statements your way, just like the queens of Real Housewives of Lagos. So just relax, because it's about you enjoying top-tier entertainment like Wura, Agu, School Run, and so much more. Only on Showmax. Do You December is also for the young ones and international movie lovers. Do You with SpongeBob, Fast X, and No Hard Feelings this festive, anywhere, anytime, without interruptions. Do You December is all about you. Subscribe now to showmax.com.
Golden Chance Lotto. Shey you dey gbadun games? Shey you dey play Lotto? Shey you go like to play Lotto without stressing? You no go kiosks. You fit no even play online. Make you no worry for data. Golden Chance Lotto dey here for you. Make you dial *7005# with your MTN line for any phone to play and win big. You fit even check games results and you go collect wetin you win with the USSD. Play any of Golden Chance Lotto indoor and Ghana games. No forget, our indoor games dey easy to win. Golden Chance Lotto don give you a better way to become a millionaire. No forget, *7005#.
Bó ṣe ń wò mí yìí, mo jẹ́ kan nínú àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ jẹun dáadáa. Ìdí tó fi jẹ́ wípé tí mo bá fẹ́ jẹun, ọ̀pọ̀ nǹkan tó dáa ni mo máa ń fi sínú ẹ̀ fún àsáró mi. Lẹ́yìn tí mo bá fẹja sí i, màá fàlùbọ́sà, tàtàṣé àti úgú ṣẹ̀jọ́ ẹ̀. Màá wá fi kóró náà tá a jẹ́ kó sọkútù wọ̀wọ̀ sí i fọ́dún tó gbámúṣé. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ìgbé ayé tó dáa ni téèyàn bá jẹun tó dáa.
ṣẹjọ gbogbo oúnjẹ rẹ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó ewébẹ̀ wá fi kóró náà dára sí i fún adùn tó gbámúṣé yẹn lónìí jẹun tó dáa.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
All right, welcome back. Break It Down Papers Review right here on 32 FM 94.9, your laughter station. It's time for us to delve into the analysis now and look at some of the stories we read out earlier on the show. We have Mr. Femi Olukunle joining us to break down the stories. Mr. Femi, great to have you. Good morning.
Thank you very much, OLORUNTOBA. I am so pleased to be with you this morning. DENIKE, good morning to you. Nigerians, good morning.
All right, we start off with this one of the major stories this morning, if not the major one. It's about Better Edu. According to this report, President Bola Tinubu yesterday directed a thorough and comprehensive inquiry into the alleged misappropriation of 585 million in the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. And there were reports that there was a leaked memo on December 20 that revealed that she directed the Accountant General of the Federation to transfer 585 million naira to a private account owned by one Onielu Bridget. What do you make of all of this, number one? And also the call for a suspension for her to step down so as to enable proper investigation. Is that not how it should be done? And she has claimed that the allegations are baseless. What's your angle on this particular story?
The story just reminds me of how people who are proficient in the art and science of speaking in pidgin English will speak. They will say, "What did they do you? They swear for you, then swear for you." That is, have you been jinxed? Have you been caused? That's Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. Under the last administration, it was more or less a conduit pipe through which Nigeria's money was siphoned. And we can see what is happening now. You know, I've been shouting that woman, that former minister, must be invited to answer some questions. And I'm so happy that the EFCC is alive to its responsibility. You can see how the woman is trying to dodge questioning, but I believe she will not dodge. Now, this is somebody who has succeeded her, again, doing the unthinkable. And I know for sure, and Nigerians know, that if President Bola Tinubu fails to probe this woman, it will be a serious stigma on his administration. There are certain stigmas that are not transparent. This one is transparent, and it will quickly bring down that administration. It will make a nonsense of that administration. Because stealing here, stealing there, make us to be where we are today. All these stealings have made us not to live as human beings. All these stealings have made us to be laughingstock in the Committee of Nations. I mean, they cannot just comprehend how people steal with impunity in this country, and nothing happened. And we just thank God for this, that President Tinubu has asked for thorough investigation. In the last administration, when people shouted about 5.7 billion spent to feed children during COVID by this same ministry, people shouted. The former president did not do anything. When a minister bought about 200 pieces of Mercedes-Benz and distributed it while in office, people shouted. And he even said, they are shouting that I shared Mercedes-Benz. What if I shared aeroplanes? So that was a minister. Also, it was said, it was alleged that some people, even in the military, spent money that didn't belong to them on certain things, certain property. Nobody talked then. That Tinubu has said that, okay, probe this one comprehensively and thoroughly. I want to know what is happening, and I'm going to sanction. I think it's a welcome development. And we just want it to be a word of mouth. We want an action tough action to follow it.
Okay, just a quick one before we move on to another story. As we said earlier, this ministry has been dogged by different corruption allegations. In fact, it was before they created this ministry, the social investment program was under the vice president, and then they created it, appointed the former minister before Better Edu came in as well. With all of this revelation, I mean, does it mean that maybe the government should channel these funds into something else and stop this over concentration on wanting to dole out palliative or any kind of social safety program whatsoever?
There's nothing criminal in having a social safety valves. No, nothing criminal. But the problem is the person, or the problem is the persons to handle this thing. And I tell you, it is not that ministry alone that we're having this type of things. Other ministries, if we estray the other ministries, we will see something similar to what is happening in that ministry. No, when there is no sanction, when there is no consequence for what people are doing wrongly, this kind of thing persists. You see, government must be tough, must be very, very harsh, must be very, very, if I can use the word wicked, to treat anyone who steals Nigeria's money. I think that is when we'll be getting ray of light, because this is too much. This country is stagnated, and it is through Nigerians who are very, very perfect in the art and science of stealing public money. And then Tinubu is on the right track. He must probe it diligently and punish decisively, so that it will be a warning signal to others who may want to do it, or those who are doing it.
Right. Let's quickly go to Rivers. I mean, it seems like it's a never-ending drama in that state. The former governor, Nyesom Wike, and the current FCT minister had a lot to say over the weekend about, time will tell who is in charge. He says he doesn't regret, supporting Fubara as a governor of Rivers State. And then there was also one of his allies who spoke at the event, who talked about how, if you give a confused person power and the person starts misbehaving and everything. So what did you make of, Wike's outburst, again, let me put it that way, at the weekend in Rivers? And what does it portend for that state, especially given how the governor himself seemed to be implementing that deal that was signed, that was brokered by the president a few weeks ago?
Sincerely, I seem to have lost esteem in anything that happens in River State, because it's a catalogue of embarrassment. Now, for Fubara, if he likes, I have said it in this studio once, if he likes, let him implement what Bola Ahmed Tinubu told him. 500,000% is his problem. But I know that some people trusted him and they voted for him. It was not the vote of Wike that put him in that office. It was the vote of the people who gave him the power to represent him. They gave him the power in trust. So they trusted him. So if he likes, let him disappoint the people, because he wants to satisfy an individual. Now, for Wike, who is saying that, yes, I put him there. Now,
this time will tell who's in charge.
Somebody helped Wike to see, Wike mounted on somebody's shoulder to receive sunlight. And that person was orderly. How much did orderly trouble him when he was in power? How much did Rotimi Amechi, who Wike was his chief of staff, how much how much did he trouble him when he was in power? Wike is doing what people did not do to him, to Fubara. Yes, you may have nominated him, you may have supported him. Let him rule the state. You have no right to snatch the instrument of office from him. Is the executive governor, is the one that people voted for. Wike and people who are running errands for him, who he calls is a political family, let them expunge their votes from the votes that Fubara garnered before he became the governor. Their votes could not have made Fubara the governor. So Wike must know that the people voted for Fubara. Yes, somebody must nominate somebody. Olukunle wouldn't have been in 32 FM studio today if somebody did not drop my name to the authorities of this place. So those of them that you have as a minister, some people nominated their names. So that is the way God has wired the world.
Someone recommends you.
Somebody must recommend you. So you cannot just say because you recommended him and you prompted him, you helped him to get there, and then he must surrender the instrument of authority to you. Something that you didn't allow anybody to do to you. So it is very, very wrong. And I believe Wike is enjoying too much of media hype. If media can blacken Wike, I think it will be okay. Let him concentrate on the assignment given to him by President Tinubu. And those people who are saying yes, Fubara must bow down to him because he made him. So many people made Wike, and so many people have made some people, and some people are still going to make some people. That is the way the life is.
All right, before we move this one, I just wanted to join another one to this. We've talked about one of the G5 governors. Let's talk about another one, Otom. That's the former governor of Benue State. Apparently, he also made a statement saying that the G5 will support Tinubu's re-election in 2023 alongside former governors as well, Nyesom Wike, and of course the current governor of Oyo State, Governor Seyi Makinde. Do you think it's too soon for this kind of endorsement, or is all of this in a bid to secure some political future? Is this not a statement of loyalty?
I just wish Nigerians should just throw that speech from Otom into trash can, because that is a way to warm himself into the heart of Tinubu for pecuniary interest. So he should not use Nigerians to get there. Let him go and meet Tinubu if he needs anything from Tinubu, to say that those 5 people will ensure that Tinubu gets reelected. Reelected. I think he's fiddling with sensibility. And then, okay, in 2023, how many votes did they garner for Tinubu? So, we know everything that transpired then. So they should just allow 2023 to go. We are in 2024. Let us have peace. And somebody talking about 2027 when Tinubu has not spent 1 year in office, I think he knows what he wants to get from Tinubu, and he should go and tell him. So even in 2027, what power will you have? Is he a governor? Will he be a governor then? And so for him to be saying that we are going to support him, we'll make sure he wins. And then let him go and do it.
All right, this story out of the Punch says lawmakers budget fresh 30 billion naira for National Assembly renovation. And according to this, the 30 billion naira here marked for the renovation of the building was part of the 344.85 billion naira budgeted for the National Assembly after they raised their allocation from 197.93 billion. According to this is the highest ever allocated to the legislature, and this additional 30 billion brings to 60 billion naira the amount that will be spent or being spent on the renovation of the National Assembly complex. What's your take on this story?
What surprises me, and I'm sure Nigerians will be surprised as well, is that there is no fiscal year that they don't allocate money for renovation of a National Assembly. I don't know whether those who occupy that place are thugs or destroyers who destroys everything that some people have put in place. I don't know why we spend humongous amount of money every fiscal year to renovate National Assembly. I don't know whether National Assembly is made of egg that breaks in the fiscal year and it must be replaced in a new fiscal year. Then I don't know why in a time like this, when all Nigerians are struggling, when people can hardly make ends meet, and then such money that should have been used for other utilities that will assuage the pains of Nigerians will be channeled to the National Assembly, so much so that it is recorded that no such an amount has ever been allocated to National Assembly in the history of fiscal allocation. So I don't know why it should be now that everybody, the National Assembly members and the people in the executive arm of government are saying that Nigerians should tighten their belts, they should persevere, they should endure, and everything, and they don't want to endure. Who are the people that should stay under shanties to do their law in a time like this? Who, if not they? So for them to be wasting our money for luxury. For them to want to stay perpetually in comfort zone when Nigerians are suffering is a crime. It is a crime against humanity. It's a crime and nothing but that.
Okay, before we take another break, I just want us to quickly touch on, because we've criticized the various ministers that are not working, but some people have given kudos to the Minister of Interior based on some of the innovation that has happened in that ministry, especially in terms of the acquisition of international passports. So today you'll be launching the first online portal for passport application to nip in the bud the issue of racketeering and all kinds of corruption that has characterized the acquisition of international passport across the country for a very long time. What do you make of this since a man emerged as a minister in that ministry?
You see, what Tunji Ojo has been doing since he came on board in that ministry should make other previous occupiers of that ministry to cover their faces in shame. Honestly, nobody knew that there can be a complete turnaround, positive turnaround in that ministry. We thought that we had been glued to the monumental corruption in that ministry, where it took donkey years for you to get passport. You pay through your nostrils. You pay bribes through your nostrils to get what you should get as Nigerians. And somebody came and made a positive turnaround. Honestly, that man is my darling. I just love him. And I pray that other ministers should emulate him. Because right from the moment that man got to that ministry, he hit the ground running, and he ensured that he minimized corruption in that ministry. And I just want to beg, this time around I'm begging other ministers to follow this man's track, and then ensure that we have a nation that we can call ours, and a nation that will not be a laughingstock in the Committee of Nations. So I give my thumb up for the Minister Tunji Ojo. Is doing marvelously well.
Okay, we'll take another break. When we get back, it'll be time for you to be a part of the conversation via the phone lines and our Facebook page. Don't go away.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression. Stay tuned. Stay tuned to 32 FM 94.9.
ní Lipton nínú ìkòkò dúdú ní ẹ̀kọ́ funfun tí ń jáde lójúmọ́ la fi ń ṣa ewé tíì torí kí a lè ṣàmúlò ewé tíì tó dára jùlọ láti pèsè ògidì tíì tí títa sánsán òórùn rẹ̀ máa ń kan sáárá jáde. Ngan ìṣẹ̀dá Lipton Yellow Label tea tó ń jẹ́ oṣù ṣámúṣámú lóòrèkóòrè. Tíì Lipton Yellow Label ń ṣe ni lákọ̀tún nígbàkigbà.
Gbádùn ògidì ife Lipton Yellow Label tea tirẹ̀.
Tí o bá wà lórí nẹ́tíwọ́kì àrídájú, ìyẹn Naija Confirm wo ẹ̀bùn 1,000 naira ń dúró dè ọ́. O tún ní àǹfààní láti gba èlé ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀rún lórí èyíkéyìí rìsáàjì tí o bá ṣe. Àníkún dátà lọ́nà 100 fún oṣù 6 àti ìlọ́po méjì dátà lórí rìsáàjì àkọ́kọ́ rẹ ní oṣù òpó. Ìyẹn gangan ni Nine Confirm látọ̀dọ̀ Nine Mobile tí ó yọrantí. Ra síìmù tuntun lónìí tàbí kí o tẹ *1400# lórí ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká rẹ. Nine Mobile wà níbí fún ọ, wà níbí fún Naija.
Kí ló ń sún ọpọ́n ìrẹsì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù lọ sípele ìgbádùn tó ga? Ṣé tí wọ́n bá sè é pẹ̀lú kóró náà fún adùn tó kà màmá yẹn ni? Tàbí tẹ́ ẹ bá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó sàláàdì Nàìjíríà, èso kábéèjì, kárọ̀tì, lẹ́tùsì, àtẹ̀wà oníkíndìnrín díẹ̀.
Ó ní láti jẹ́ méjèèjì. Ṣé jollof rice rẹ pẹ̀lú adùn kóró náà kí o wá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀fọ́. Ó yá, jẹ́ kí ọ̀pọ̀ oúnjẹ rẹ gbé pẹ́ẹ́lí. Lónìí, jẹun tó dáa.
She's still fierce. She's still merciless. And she's back in Wura Season 2.
Wura Amowo Adenike will not lose my mind. I will do everything to save it.
Lives will be shattered, secrets revealed, and enemies destroyed.
Can't keep killing people as if they are goats or fowls. But we can.
But can Wura hold on to her power?
And at what cost?
Watch the new season of Wura now only on Showmax. Subscribe from 1,200 naira monthly. Sign up at showmax.com.
gbogbo àwọn tó làmìlaka láwùjọ wa ní àwọn ìṣesí kan pírí lologo ń jí ni wọ́n ó kó lára ọ̀tá lé. ìdí abalajọ ni pé bí wọ́n bá ti jí láàárọ̀ wọ́n á kọ́ wá oúnjẹ gidi sára kí wọ́n tó wá gbé pabambarì lé lórí ìyíhun the Dion syrup of hemoglobin vitamin B12 tí yóò gbógun ti àìtó ẹ̀jẹ̀ lára àìjí pépé àbí kó máa rẹni látinú ṣíbí méjì the Dion péré lójúmọ́ yóò mú ara rẹ̀ yá gágá láti ṣiṣẹ́ tàbí ṣeré o lè mú lásán tàbí kí o pò ó papọ̀ pẹ̀lú ohun mímu ẹlẹ́rìndòdò tó fẹ́ gbé lọ síbi iṣẹ́ tàbí bí ìdárayá. The Dion syrup of hemoglobin takiji gbéra ìlọ́yà pẹ̀lú the Dion syrup of hemoglobin vitamin B12 agbára tí ń roni lágbára ẹ̀ka ìwé pélébé inú rẹ̀ o.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression.
32 FM 94.9, filling the world with laughter. It's 3 minutes gone past 7 o'clock, and then it's time to open the phone lines to take your reaction. The numbers 0705 5,949 and 0829 7,949. We're also live on Facebook. It's 32FM 949 Ibadan. Mr. Femi Olukule, we're talking about something off air before we came on air about the loopholes in this particular last story that we took. Immigration unveiling online passport application portal today. There seemed to have been a particular online passport situation before, and some people have said, oh, you can go and register online, we're going to delay your capturing, according to some reports. And we also linked it to the train situation, the Nigeria Railway situation. And what's your talk on all of that?
Yes, there's no problem. You see, what matters is that you have a good leader who knows what he wants to achieve, who knows his onion. There's no how you want to do good things that you won't have some unscrupulous Nigerians who will cut corners. So it is only sanction, heavy sanction. Tunji Ojo will face hurdles because he cannot sanitize the whole thing in a day. But when he catches people who want to sabotage his efforts, he must deal decisively with them. Because we cannot just uproot all these empire records from our system in a day. So, but I know that it's on the right track. Like you rightly said, look at that railway thing. As laudable as it is, as beautiful as it is, some people will tell you, don't go to the counters to go and take your ticket. Come to us, give us money, and you board. So, forgetting that we borrowed money to put the train in place, the train and the coaches in place. So that is Nigerian for you, Nigerians for you. But however, any leader that is put there to superintend the people must be alive to his responsibility and ensure that they don't disrupt his laudable programs.
Right. On Facebook, Raji Hafiz Abidemi says, morning, DENIKE, Toba, and the analysts in the studio. On the issue of renovating National Assembly, it is not a big deal to renovate, but Nigerians are suffering. They should rather take good care of citizens before the structure. God bless Nigeria.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, I'm John Uzon Joko. Thank you, sir. Looking lady.
Good morning, sir.
I want to talk about the lady, Beta Edith. And I want Nigerians to understand that she is entitled to fair hearing. Though she has denied the allegation and she has rights of denial, thanks to Mr. President who has ordered the investigation. In my view, I think it is better to suspend her from office for proper and unhindered investigation to be carried out. And if she's cleared, she'll return back to office. And if she's indicted, let her face the consequences. In a normal life, she ought not to be in that office while the investigation is being carried out. She needs to give away or be suspended for some time until after the investigation is concluded. That is my view. That is what I think it is the right thing to do. Thank you, I'm John Newton.
Thank you.
0705 5,949 0829 7,949. Facebook is facebook.com/32FM949 Ibadan. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Kelly Balabi from Lakashebo Road.
We can hear you. Please go on.
Yes. I just want to comment on the issue of this manufacturing sector who are contemplating or downsizing their staff as a result of further depreciation of a naira. It is because the cost of production nowadays in Nigeria is unbearable. The manufacturer cannot bear it. There's no other way for them than to cut down the staff strength. It's better for the government to look inward and see anything that can manufacture locally. They should give them, they should encourage them All these are foreign trip that does nothing warrant it. We should cut it, because the way the manufacturing sector are living in Nigeria is alarming. We should watch it. Secondly, on the renovation of National Assembly by 30 billion, these are political class are not deeping in reality with economic situation of this country. 30 billion is too much. They should rather change their decision. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you. 0705 5949 089 7949 on Facebook 32FM 949 Ibadan.
All right, let's take a look at this story out of the. All right, we'll take a call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, 0705 5000 949 and 0809 7000 949. According to the story out of the Daily Post, I'm just going to read it verbatim. All right. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, DENIKE and Toba.
Good morning.
This is John Olaruwaju calling from Lagos. 30 billion naira again. In time of former President Buhari, he also gave them 30 billion naira for the renovation of that the same House of Assembly complex. I've never been there, but maybe somebody that can be there should help us to tell us that what is it? What is it that is there that they wanted to spend 60 billion naira to renovate? Just renovation. What about if they put down the building and they wanted to build another new building? How much is going to cost it? I'm not an engineer. Maybe engineers should come out and give us the details, because I don't understand. That's how the Nigerian money are wasting. They want to borrow this money and they started wasting the money. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Naira note scarcity, crunch worsens, banks ration cash across the counter, and there are reports about. Hello.
DENIKE.
Good morning.
Morning. Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. This is okay.
Sir.
I don't know. The humanitarian ministry will see it as a conduit pipe of corruption. Don't just like I think they should just scrap that ministry. Much as we are here, the social help is not really something. It's not out of place. But and the most funniest thing is that the amount these people are looting is frightening. You can imagine that if everybody comes in and does that, how much we really have on us. People are suffering and we are hearing this. I hope they will not allow the average Nigerian to react. And if people react, it will be more deadly. It will be worse than the NSAS. Good morning. This is okay.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Femi, this situation with the Naira scarcity, it seems like there have been no, correct me if I'm wrong, there has been no, would I say, talk from the CBN as regards why of the situation. Most people can't even get cash via the ATMs. The ATMs, sometimes you get there and you don't even see anything, and you have to go to the POS operators who have hiked their transaction fees by a very high amount of money. Are we back to that situation where we're buying cash with cash, and there is no communication between the CBN and the people?
CBN is not likely to communicate with the people all the time. It will communicate with its own constituents. And the constituents are the commercial banks. And the CBN has always done what should be done with the commercial banks. And
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
How was your weekend, man?
Very fine, thank you.
I have a problem with National Assembly being innovative. You can be doing it every day. It doesn't bother me. What concerns me, I listened to a radio show this morning, and it's very, very pathetic. They said they are not that knocked down the little girl while going to school. It's my thing of the time when we were going to school in the 50s. At that time, we trekked 45 kilometers before we get to school. At times, it will take us about 3 to 4 kilometers. So at our transport money given to us, our parents to go to school and come back. This is 21st century. What Nigerians have spent 50 years ago is still happening now. Look at these politicians. See where they put us to now. Amakide is governor. Amakide got that bought. Workers in secretariat who are collecting money every month. Now even the vulnerable children You know, to be honest, because the lady was asking that why would that girl be going to school at this hour, around 4:30 or around 4:30 or so? She said it was too early. But that girl, failed to understand that girl, maybe the money that was given to her will not be sufficient for her unless she tread for about 3 to 4 kilometers. That is one side, man. The other side is Tinubu. You see, I'm surprised that Tinubu could strike that budget. Coolness and ineptitude, as Buhari government was. In 2022, Buhari refused to strike the budget. He said he had no funds. There's no money to fund that budget because it was, you know, they increased it just like they did last week. And Tinubu signed the budget, a deficit budget, a budget that, you know, they have to borrow money to execute it. Can you imagine?
Right. Thank you.
All right, we have to go. We have to go.
Before we go, please, I think we should be fair to Oyo State government. Oyo State government has made the buses, Omitutun buses, available for the children, for school children, to use probably at half the price the others pay. So either half the price or free entirely. So the government is not responsible for whatever has happened to that girl. It's not at all. We should be fair to the government. All
right, it's time for us to go.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Thank you, Mr. Femi Olukunle, for doing this with us. My name is OLORUNTOBA Yusuf.
And I am DENIKE Adimoagon. The Smart Kids Show is up next.